Okay, we are week 2, day 4. I did my intervals yesterday. Uh, this might be 2 videos posted in the same day. I don't know because I didn't put the vlog together in the evening because I was just tired. So if you're seeing this, everything's like a day behind, which is fine. Um, anyway, at the Y, gonna do my resistance training. Got some deadlifts. Hopefully things feel good with that. And stay tuned because I'm probably going to talk about some training I did with a coach yesterday. And, I figured that'd be something cool to talk about while we're deadlifting today. Okay, so we are week 2, day 4 of this marathon prep. We have resistance training on the menu. So it's going to be 1 count pause, sumo deadlifts, like an inch off the floor. I think I worked up to like 405 by 3 last week. I tried going to 495 and it was like, oh, that's too heavy. So we'll work up to 405 and then from there do like 30-pound jumps and then just see where my 3 at RP6 is. Yeah, that's pretty light. Fatigue is a lot less this week than it was last week, which leads me to one of the things that I was thinking about talking about today. Yesterday I did a training with one of my coaches and I was explaining to her the concept of like the fitness fatigue model. And this is kind of what it looks like here. And so you'll see that there's 3 lines on the graph. The top line is going to be your level of fitness. The middle line is your performance. And the bottom line that's going down, that's your fatigue. And typically your performance is going to be a summation of like your potential fitness and your fatigue, and that's where your performance is. A lot of people don't understand that. Because if your performance is down, that doesn't mean you've gotten weaker, you've lost progress. You might, and most likely, have just accumulated a lot of fatigue. So sometimes it's just a matter of like managing that fatigue to keep performance like middle of the road or high, especially if you're doing like concurrent training, like weightlifting, running, martial arts, whatever. We also spent some time discussing the SAID principle, so SAID, specific adaptations to imposed demands. So like whatever is most important to you, you should prioritize that. So right now the running is important, so I'm prioritizing that. The weightlifting is to supplement the running. So if I see performance on the weightlifting go down, but performance on the runs are maintaining or going up, but that's what I want, right? It's hard to have everything all at once. But when you're okay with prioritizing, everything's going to move up together. Just some things are going to move a little bit more quickly than the others. But that's just fatigue management, you know? All right, let's go. See how this feels. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Fatigue is a lot lower this week compared to last week, which is nice. I'm not like as sore. So I think I made all the right decisions last week as far as like everything I did last week. I tried to undershoot what the program had written in, and I was still like super sore, struggling to recover and stuff. So that was good. This week is a little bit more like I'm hitting the targets a little bit more accurately and feeling good. So I'm glad I undershot week 1. It's never a bad idea to undershoot your week 1. And then, yeah, just kind of build up from there. So glad the fatigue's dissipating. Glad my body feels good. Take this for triple, and then I got other resistance training stuff to do. You know, that might have been an RP 4.5 or 5. But you know, like I mentioned, like I said, right? Adaptations to imposed demands. Am I trying to get my deadlift stronger or keep my deadlift really strong right now? No. What I'm concerned about is trying to maintain my skill with weights and mitigate undue fatigue from the weightlifting, so that way I have more resources for my running. So we'll call that like a 5. But that felt hard enough, you know? Even now, like I can feel like this doesn't hurt, but I can feel that slight fatigue right there. Like there's something going on. And it's like, why risk? Like straining my low back right now. You know, even if I was training for strength right now, like I would probably just call it there also. Just like, okay, like listening to stuff, been doing it long enough. I kind of know the telltale signs. And when you're learning, like you might push through it. Like sometimes you do push through it and you're like, okay, nothing bad happens. But like every now and then you push through it and then something bad does happen, and you have to like differentiate what were the differences between how that felt the time nothing bad happened versus the time something bad happened. And right now it feels like nothing, but again, prioritize the runs. Why go heavier? All right, let's do the other stuff. So we've got incline dumbbell bench, but I'm using the cables because I just like the way they feel better. And upper body's feeling good, so we'll push that harder than we push the deadlift because there's less interference effect between that and the running, so I might as well get super jacked up top. So program has for chest supported row, but that machine's being used and I had to wait a while for the cables, so I swapped it out for just some cable lumbar rows. So if you ever need to swap out exercises, just kind of think about the movement pattern and the muscle groups they're targeting. It's usually pretty easy to figure out, like an alternative. So good sets, good sets. Feeling really good today, feeling a lot more recovered, a lot better, a lot more energy. Still undershooting a little bit to leave some room because I have a 10-mile run tomorrow. So, but upper body's feeling good. So yeah, just enjoying the pump. Almost done, just got to do some calves, and that's it for resistance training on day 4. For those of you who have been following along, thanks, that's really cool. And yeah, just hoping that the long run goes well tomorrow.